Hi guys, welcome back to Winter's Thoughts. I've had a few people ask me about my skincare routine, and they seem to think that I have really nice skin, so I appreciate that. Oh gosh, all you're gonna see is blindness now, but I'm gonna get up like really close and let you see. Yeah, I don't normally let people get this close to me, but my skin. I had really bad skin. September of last year. My skin was horrid, and it was just breaking out terribly, dry patches, oily patches, acne, horrible. And I, of course, being a typical human being, assumed that meant I wasn't getting my face clean enough, or I wasn't using enough, exfoliation, or that I was, and somehow, I needed to be more harsh with my skin. Well, I learned, trial and error, that I was actually being too harsh on my skin, and therefore I was actually causing a looping effect of I would rough my skin up, my skin would get irritated, it would break out, and I would end up with acne and scarring and dry patches from the stuff that I was using for the acne, and it was a horrible circle. So I was going to bring you into the bathroom with me, but it's too small for all of us, so I figured I would just bring this stuff out here and share with you here. The first thing I do is I changed the kind of brush I was using on my Clarisonic. I have the Clarisonic, I can't remember which one this is. Hold on, it says the Clarisonic Plus. So it has 3 speeds. I use, I think, the first speed still, and I use a one for sensitive skin, or the acne one if my skin starts getting really sensitive. So I never go over that. I never use the really hard exfoliating one. I will turn the speed up if I feel like I need more exfoliation, but I don't use a harsher brush. So what I use on that is the CeraVe, and this is their foaming facial cleaner with ceramides, niacinamides, yeah, I guess I said that right, and hyaluronic acid. And it's to help repair, restore, protect skin's barrier. It's non-comedogenic, non-irritating, non-drying, and it's for normal to oily skin. So this is what I went from. I was using an acne wash, and I started using this instead to give my skin kind of a break. Now, I didn't see results immediately. It took about a month before I started noticing some changes. I will use the Witch-Hazel as a toner, and I do use the one for oily skin. And I will go between this one and the Todd, what is the name of it? It's the one with the algae in it. So I will go back and forth between this and that. So the Dickens, and then I'll save up my bucks, and then I'll get the Todd one, and then I'll go back and forth between those. They're both very gentle. I think the Dickens is a little harsher, but it's not harsh enough that it's causing any ill effects, and so they're both very good. Now, at night, what I'll do is I will put on my Wild Rose Vitamin C Advanced Brightening Sleeping Facial. So this is just a, you can see it, it's just a very moussey cream. It smells amazing. It smells so good. And I'll put that on at night, and I will go all the way from, all the way down my neck to all the way up around this part of my skin on my face. Staying away from my eyes, but close to, like, around them. And then under my eyes, I've been using this, but I'm not really happy with this, and I'm almost out, so I am looking for a, it is the Protect and Perfect Intense Eye Cream by number 7. I don't know if you can even see, there we go. So it's kind of worn out because I'm almost done with it. And I am looking for a eye cream because I'm not really happy with this. I didn't feel like it did anything except maybe even moisturize. I had to still, which is the next thing. When my skin gets really dry, I will use this. I was using, which I will also still use, Complete Brain. Just see that? It just stopped, paused right there. The argan oil. I will also use argan oil, so either this or argan oil, and I will put this all over my entire face, under the eyes, everywhere, if my skin is having a rough point. And you don't need but a couple drops of that. That's why I have this sample still. I also have one that I just got, and you'll see it in a haul. So this stuff is wonderful. I do have to be careful because for some reason if I overuse this, my skin gets really itchy. So I don't know what it is, but I did notice that. So that's why I will switch back and forth between this and the argan oil. Then you know that I use, in the morning when I wake up, I wash my face once again, this time without the Clarisonic. Unless I'm having serious dry patches, I'll use this in the morning, and then I will put the Algenist on my face. I was using a Neutrogena one before, but I've been using this one now. And this is the Multi-Perfecting Pore Correcting Gel Moisturizer, and I really like this. I really, really like this. The Neutrogena one is very good too. It's their one that's for acne and wrinkles. You know what I'm talking about? It's impossible to find. I think CVS is the only place you can find it anymore. It's got like an orange band on it. They have a wash too, which I wasn't fond of, but the moisturizer is really nice, so if you can find that. It's kind of it's similar to this, but cheaper. Not as nice a texture, and not quite as good, but close enough if you don't want to spend the money on this. So, like I said, this is the Algenist Multi-Perfecting Pore Correcting Gel Moisturizer. I use that in the morning. I put that on, and if my skin is very irritated, I'll skip a primer, and I will put the Missha BB cream on. As you guys know, I love this stuff. It's my holy grail. Amazing stuff. So glad I found it. I'll put that on instead of a primer, and that's pretty much what I do. And then it starts all over again in the evening with my cleaner and my Clarisonic. If I need to spot treat, I actually have something that I got from the dermatologist. It's just a higher benzoyl peroxide, and I will just spot treat with that very gently because my skin is, I realized I was beating it up, and there was like no reason for me to be beating it up. It was, you know, it was kind of like we were in a fight and I was losing because I was still breaking out and I was having dry patches and my skin looked terrible. So now my skin is completely clear. It's so hard for you to see with this lighting. It is, alright, let's see if I can shade some of it. It's completely clear. You can see I have like, I mean, this is actually a scar, not acne, left over from when I did have it. And I actually have a dimple here you guys probably never knew about. Dimple. Born with it. So anyway, but my skin is perfectly clear now, and it is doing very well. As long as I don't get too aggressive with it. So that's the trick, guys, for some people. Not everybody. Now, obviously, I have combination to oily with moments of extreme dryness, but always an oily T-zone. So if your skin's like mine, maybe you're being too rough with it if it's breaking out a lot, and you might want to try easing up on it. Now, don't just go full Nelly and switch all your products, but start off maybe by switching to a non-acnogenic. I know a lot of people just think, oh, I'm going to use an acnogenic cleaner, but try going with something like this. Just that alone can make such a huge difference because you're not being so harsh with your washing. And don't scrub. If I ever feel like I need to scrub, I will make a sugar scrub. If I ever feel like I really just have to get some stuff off my skin, I will make a scrub of sugar, honey, and coconut oil, and I will, you know, make that into like a paste, and I will scrub my face really gently with it, and I will like get it a little moist so that as I'm doing it, it's melting and it's moisturizing my skin, and it's also decongesting my skin at the same time. So I never ever just take like a loofah or something harsh and scrub my face anymore. You know, those little scrubby pads you can buy that are like look like little, something you should wash the dishes with. Don't do that to your face. it's not cool. You know, just if you need to, you know, decongest your face, go ahead and make yourself it's a real easy recipe. I'll write it down below so that you can make it if you want to try it. And it decongests your pores, and then you just wash your face like usual. Or if you have extremely dry skin, you can actually just rinse your face off and leave the moisture that's left behind. I know my daughter can do that because she has very dry skin, and she can just rinse it off, and her skin looks, you know, beautiful. It's helped her a lot too. So that's my trick. So I just stopped fighting with my skin. I stopped beating it up. I started letting it, giving it a break, and it gave me a break. So I hope this was helpful to somebody. I never really thought my skin, you know, I never thought about my skin being so much better, and the fact that until I started getting comments about that, and I appreciate that. Thank you, because it made me open my eyes and realize, well, I did do something right. So yeah, I hope this helps somebody. I really do. I hope that, you know, in some way or some way, shape, or form this helped you or informed you. I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm going to stop now. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here and for watching. I really appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you will. If you liked this, please give me a thumbs up. And please have a wonderful day and take care of each other and yourselves, and come back real soon, okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.